what time it is! Yep, time for a beatdown!
Get the new kid! Beat him down!
Bully is the latest game from Rockstar Vancouver, and this game takes a pretty different tack than a lot of other open-ended mission-based games out there. For starters, the game takes place at a boarding school, so it's got this whole high school thing going on, and as a result, the game's a little more juvenile. You don't really encounter the types of weapons that you kind of commonly associate with this type of game. Instead, you got firecrackers, baseball bats, and your fists and your feet. Jimmy Hopkins is definitely having a tough go of things. His mother just got remarried for something like the 5th time, and her newly rich husband and her are going to go away for a full year and take a cruise. As a result, Jimmy, being a 15-year-old troublemaker, is getting dumped into Bulworth Academy, a very tough, very run-by-cliques boarding school. So Jimmy's kind of faced with adversaries at all sides. You got the jocks, you got the preppies, you got the nerds, you got just bullies all over the place. So is Jimmy gonna stand there and take it, or is he gonna stand up to the bullies and fight back?
Let a real man!
Jimmy Hopkins is pretty much gonna fight back and take the fight back to his enemies and basically try to take over the whole school. Bully works on a schedule that seems really tight at first, but it's actually pretty open with how you can spend your time. Since it's school, you actually have to go to class. You've got a 9 a.m. class and you've got a 1 p.m. class. You wake up at 8 a.m. and you can basically stay up till around 2 a.m. So fitting in those classes, you'll still have the bulk of the day to run around and do missions. Going to class is pretty cool. They give you a reason to stay in school and not be a fool. You go into these different classes and each one kind of triggers a different mini game. And those mini games actually, when you succeed at them, they give you benefits that actually really help out. So if you go to gym class, you'll learn some pretty handy wrestling moves for takedowns and, just kneeing guys in the groin and stuff. The English class is like a word scramble where they give you a list of letters and you have to make as many words as you can before time runs out. So these are all cool little mini games that give you neat benefits. English class will let you talk to people more effectively, so you can kind of beg off from bullies, or if the police or the prefects that roam the school see you doing bad things, you can apologize for it rather than getting busted and having to go see the principal and all that stuff. When you're out running around, you can go on mission. The missions are a little different. The game's broken up into chapters, and each chapter basically puts Jimmy up against one of the school's different factions. At the start of the game, you befriend this weird kid named Gary, who's some ADD patient who's off his meds, and he's gone a little crazy. You start out kind of working with him and going on some missions, so he'll kind of guide you through the first parts of the game. But later on, you're just kind of fighting up against these bullies. The preppies don't like you because you're from the ghetto or whatever. So you have to go to their boxing ring, and they like to fight all civilized. So you get into their ring and just work them over. And you get to kind of earn their respect along the way. You'll also occasionally do some work for the teachers. It seems that the English teacher is an alcoholic, so you'll have a mission where you're running around and trying to hide bottles to prevent him from getting in trouble. One teacher is selling tests to students. You'll get to use your digital camera and kind of take pictures of him in the act. The gameplay in Bully is really pretty outstanding, but what really stands out about it is stuff like the setting and the story and the characters. You don't really see the high school thing done very often, and normally it's like some kind of creepy dating sim or something. What really stands out about the characters is that a lot of them are really kind of over-the-top caricatures of what you would expect. So the nerds are really nerdy. The jocks are just dumb as stumps, and the preppies are every bit just the snide snob. You really want to beat these people up.
I'm gonna make you and your boyfriend pay for this!
The visuals in Bully are really great for a PlayStation 2 game, and what really sells them is the quality of the facial animation. The game has plenty of really good in-game cutscenes that really make the characters come alive, and in addition to the great voice acting, those really combine to really sell the premise of the game and really give it a unique and cinematic feel. All told, Bully plays well, looks really good, sounds fantastic, and has a really unique premise to it. And that really is what kind of carries it over the top and makes it such a strong game. If you're interested in kind of the open-ended, mission-based thing, you'll find that this is one of the better games of that type, and really just can't say enough about the setting. It's one of those standout things that really makes a difference. And if you're looking for a quality game, fully is precisely that. It's like a modern-day River City Ransom or something.